Give it up for Tobias.
People.
Hey, tell us a little about yourself, Tobias. Who are you?
I'm Tobias Harrison. You did a pretty good introduction. I have the Last Train coffee shop, aka Jitters. I oversee Cerberus, the factory. Uh, Longtime clerk, the first clerk, over 2 years now.
It's a long time. Why you done it for so long? What motivates you to be a county clerk?
I think it's the constant need in the city to connect with people, get their footing, and
Okay.
it's not always easy. So having somebody reliable to do that.
Okay, very fun, very exciting. How's that coffee shop going? How you doing with it?
It's going pretty good. I mean, Jitter's been around since farmers market. It's like the first booth opened pretty much at the old farmers market, and been going strong since.
Damn, first one and
Yeah.
still going strong. Yeah, that shows commitment right there. I'm not gonna lie. Okay,
We
okay.
just recently renovated. Most people have probably seen that. A cool kind of train and cyberpunk sort of place.
Damn, okay. Well, thank you for introducing yourself, Tobias. It's nice to meet you. I've never met you before. Congratulations on happy birthday. It's Tobias's birthday, everyone. Happy birthday, Tobias. Hey, can I hear
Oh,
from the crowd?
happy
Birthday, Tobias. Okay, okay. Now, everyone calm down. Okay. Next on the list, we got Chica. Y'all probably know from her old burger shop career before she decided to step down. She also owns a nice little storefront. It's called JC Jewels. This is Miss Janelle Caldwell. Applause for. Start clapping. Everyone start fucking clapping. Start fucking clapping. Introduce.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's your girl Janelle Caldwell here, running for a deputy mayor. I just want to say a lot of you probably know me, like Tootie said, from Burger Shot. Sadly, I outgrew the little franchise and moved on to my actual dream of being in Cerberus and managing businesses and kind of helping run that side of things. Um, and yeah, I'm just here to secure your vote as the deputy mayor, and I hope you guys all bring me in.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you, Mrs. J, and congratulations on Andreas's pregnancy. I'm sure you can't wait to have a couple little Andreas babies running around. Congratulations. Yeah, they're having a couple of babies. She might be a little busy for deputy mayor, with all those babies running around, but
I'm not pregnant. I'm
congratulations,
not
Janelle.
pregnant. I'm not. I'm not. I can
Congratulations,
confirm
Janelle.
I'm not
I hope you
pregnant.
have a wonderful pregnancy. I hope the house, yeah, everyone's good. Yeah, thank you.
No,
Everyone, yeah,
no,
perfect.
no. I'm not.
Anyways,
I'm.
let's move on here. We got someone on the radio. Who is this? Who is that? Oh, okay, another special guest here today. We've one of the most social and friendliest cops that you'll see out there. Actually, I think the only social and friendliest cop out there. Oh, I know. Okay, calm down, everyone. Okay. He's also a manager at the VLC. He's an AirX boss for anyone who's interested in flying a helicopter and soon to be married. Hi, Mr. Mike Butts. Hi, Mike. Hey, how you
Hello,
doing?
everybody. How's it going?
Everyone, calm down with the fucking clapping.
Hey, I am Detective Sergeant Eric's partner, Wu-Chang CFO Mike Blunt. I am running for deputy mayor alongside Miss Mary Poppins, hoping to earn y'all's vote to continue doing good work for the city, doing as much as I can with regard to administrative spreadsheet, that kind of work, helping out on the deputy mayor side and see if we can't make things more efficient and expedited across the board, get things moving within the government and city that are currently taking a long time, hopefully reduce the time it takes to do those things and get things moving as much as possible for everybody.
Okay, very nice. A cop running for mayor. That's fucking wild. That's actually crazy. Like, okay, and just to clarify, everyone, he's not marrying Mary Poppins. It's another woman that he's marrying. It's not Mary Poppins. I know you guys are very disappointed with that one, but it's not Mary Poppins that he's trying to marry. It's someone else. So congratulations on the marriage. I hope you get pregnant too, along with Andreas. Maybe you guys can have like little cute. Yeah, yeah, I know it's great. It's great, everyone. Anyways, well, thank you for
Um,
joining us today. Now that everyone's introduced here, we will now be accepting calls from outside callers. Please, one caller at a time. And feel free to ask questions. Remember, only questions, no statements. Let's all be mature now, okay? Jesus. In the meantime, we'll be discussing some hot topics in the city to see if everyone's point of view on what can be done and how to fix them and what the next steps will be. Of course, again, we don't have all the details for this more mayoral campaign right now. That will all be, talked about tomorrow. Uh, we'll have an announcement tomorrow about this shit. But in the meantime, it'll just you'll get to see the point of view of people who are currently running for mayor, at least some of them. So just to start off here, myself, as I'm sure a lot of other people are eager to hear your thoughts on one of the hottest topics in the city. How do you think the police force handles their job, and what do you think can be improved if you feel like they don't handle it well? Huh? Let's start with Janelle here. What do you think, Janelle?
um, I definitely think that the police department in general could use some more accountability. I often hear a lot
Ring,
of
ring, ring. Oh, Janelle, I gotta cut you off. We got a caller on line one. Go
okay,
ahead,
okay, sorry.
caller.
Yeah, my question's for Mike. Mike, when did you ask me permission to marry my mom?
Uh, Go ahead, Mike.
It's in the works. Can't say too much because can't spoil anything.
You never asked me my permission.
Oh. Ooh.
I'm very upset over that.
Oh, how do you feel about this, Mike? How do you feel about this?
It's an understandable concern and something that will certainly be addressed.
Like more of a personal question. Listen, if you want to call Mike, give him a nice little phone call after the talk show. Really discuss how you're upset with him about how he didn't ask permission to marry your what was it, your mom, your stepmom, your grandma. Uh, you could talk, one on one. Do you have any questions about specifically anything mayoral candidate related? It sounds like he has disconnected the call. We are still open for calls, so just go ahead and twat out when you want to call in, and we'll answer the phone for you. Okay. Anyways, sorry, Janelle, you were interrupted by the phone call. What were you saying about the police force?
I was just saying, oftentimes I talk to some people that come up to me and kind of are very saddened by the state of PD, and sometimes they're not feeling heard, or they don't feel like they have any guidance or any type of people on their side. It's kind of like the cop says you did something, you kind of did it, and your ass is going to jail for whatever time they decide. I think that we could work on getting more of a defense system for criminals and the anybody who's being arrested. Um, and I think that um, our uh, policy, not policy, I wouldn't say policy, but our funding and stuff could definitely be used for that.
Okay, okay, okay. So you're gonna set up a defense system. Is that like nuclear strikes? What's going on here?
Oh no, no, not nuclear defense. No, no defense system. I'm saying more so like okay, calm down, guys. You guys are being dramatic.
You're
All right,
sounding like a,
we're
a powerhouse here, aren't you, Janelle?
no,
You
no, no,
really,
no,
really
no.
put
Okay, let
put those
me
budget towards the military, huh, Janelle?
let me let me make a correction. Okay, I mean like more of a budget for legal aids and defense, criminal defense, not nuclear defense or anything like that. Sorry.
No nuclear strikes. Oh, that's disappointing. We really thought that you'd be vouching for the military out there, but it's
Oh,
okay. That's fine. That's fine.
I do support
Anyways,
the military, just not nuclear.
you support the military, right?
I do, I
Okay,
do. I
okay.
just don't think bombing our civilians because they got arrested wouldn't be beneficial for anyone, especially with nuclear weapons,
Well, you heard it here, folks. Janelle Caldwell does not believe in nuclear bombing. To each their own, I guess. I mean, yeah, to each their own, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and move on with this conversation. Tobias, what do you think of the police state, huh? What do you think of the cops?
I think it was pretty clear at the city hall meeting. the other day for people that were there that there's definitely some communication problems between the PD and the citizens. So that would definitely be something, as deputy mayor, I try to push for is more of a open lines of communication between people on like their specific issues, but also in general, like trying to get PD down at City Hall to answer those kinds of questions, things like that. Definitely similar to Janelle, more like uh, stuff for the legal aids, really pushing that, trying to do budgeting for them. That's something I've, tried to get set up previously and just wasn't possible at the time. But, hopefully with this position, it can be done.
Okay, okay. So you believe that some changes can be made. That's understandable. I personally think some changes could be made too. What do you think about this? What do you think about this, Mr. Officer, Deputy Senior, Deputy Officer, Sheriff Deputy, Police Officer Mike Blunt?
Yeah, listen, the concerns that the citizens of Los Santos have with the police department, I assure you, are not only felt within the community, but also by several officers within the department itself. I've been working my way up within the department to do as much as I can to change the culture and the drive of how police interactions with the public go down. Doing my best to lead by example in that instance. I've partnered with one officer, Bobby Barnes, to initiate the public safety department. You'll start seeing more of them around with high vis vests on, trying to have more positive interactions with members of the general public. Really trying to drive home, not all interactions with the police have to be negative, and kind of leading more by example, picking out particular officers that have that ability to have better back and forth with individuals within the city, and not necessarily just be going for citations or arrests or kind of the W. That's really what I want to drive for in the PD. As deputy mayor, I'd like to, as some others have said, really realize that the deputy mayor doesn't oversee the police department. It's not like they're going to be able to drive significant change within the police department itself, but use the power of the office to set up as much communication as possible between those in power within PD and members of the public to start holding them more accountable for the way that they're operating. I'd like to see that very much, as
Okay,
would
okay.
many officers within the department. It's not like it's all of PD that wants to or appreciates that PD acts the way they do. And sometimes there's a lot of people who would like to see a lot of change. Just about empowering those people and getting their voices heard.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, so you're saying what you believe, and again, we don't have details yet because that will be announced tomorrow. From the mayor himself. Hopefully from the mayor himself. What will be expected for deputy mayors? But so you basically believe that that some changes can be made, but you're not sure if deputy mayors can actually make any changes.
There's definitely changes that need to be made. Not that can be made, absolutely need to be made. To the extent possible, whatever the office of the deputy mayor allows, I will use those powers to drive as much of that change as possible, whether directly or indirectly. And if there is an opportunity to directly make change, I'll take every advantage of that.
And on the other side, I know you did mention big W's. Let's talk about gang violence. There's a lot of shooting around the city. Believe it or not, I was at Hayes the other day. I was just, fixing my car. And dear fucking God, a whole gang shootout happened right next to Hayes. I was scared for my fucking life, honestly. It was fucking terrifying. What do you guys plan to do for gang violence? If anything can be done. Again, we don't know if anything can be done. I don't know. Maybe you can like uh, sort some budgets or something. I don't know. Make a spreadsheet on gang violence. Who fucking knows? But what do you guys think can be done, and what do you think you're gonna try to push for? We'll start with Mike again.
I think there's an opportunity to, in not so much as in the capacity of an officer, but in the role of a deputy mayor, reach out to individuals that are involved in these conflicts and really try to reach down to the root cause of what is driving those conflicts and see if there's anything that a calm, reasonable level head from a governmental perspective can be brought in to try to mediate or deal with any of those potential concerns. Obviously, knowing it's not always possible, there are some disagreements that are unsolvable that ultimately are just going to lead to the violence. And then it's about coordinating with PD to make sure that that has as little of an impact on the general civilian population as possible.
Okay, okay. So you believe in talking it out. Yeah, some people do believe in that. Um, some people also believe in violence. I know Janelle isn't much for, bombing people to submission. But what do you think you're gonna be able to do about this gang violence?
Honestly, you know, I have friends that are part of some of these South Side gangs. I have many friends in the South Side, and they're all very reasonable people. I think they're just put in a box and it's like, yeah, they shoot each other, so we shouldn't care about them. And that's not what you should do. Um, like Mike said, we don't know about like how much we're going to be able to actually change within our role as deputy mayors, but I can definitely see us just having like these nice little get-togethers and like little meetings at the courthouse, where we could all just get along, and just kind of hug each other and just like share food and like just
Oh,
have fun
okay,
with each
all
other.
close and personal and hugging and kissing and
I don't know about
hooking it up. I feel it. Hey, hey, Janelle,
kissing. Yeah, there
yeah,
you go.
everyone likes that one. Okay, everyone believes.
Oh, we lost our host. So I will kind of
Oh.
fill in for her for just a second. Um, yeah, hold the applause, hold the applause. Do we have any callers while we're waiting for Miss our host to return? Her radio battery died, so she's trying to replace it. But if not, we're gonna go ahead and move on to Tobias and have Tobias state his um opinion on the whole Southside gang violence.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's just Southside. There's gang violence everywhere. I don't know if I'd necessarily have everybody, hugging and kissing and stuff like that, but I definitely think communication can go a long way. In the position of deputy mayor, I'd assume that you'd have a bit of standing to try and just communicate with the different groups uh, and see where you can help either like with mediating things or just trying to get people to maybe keep the violence away from situations like where she's at Hayes repairing and it's happening right there. I have been doing business a long time in the city, and I've always been somebody that thinks uh, to keep that kind of stuff apart from businesses. So that would definitely be something as deputy mayor I'd try to really push.
Okay,
Hmm.
all right. Um, I do want to just go back and clarify. I didn't say kiss each other in the in
Yeah,
my little
I
thing.
think you did.
Oh.
And no, I only if you guys want to kiss each other is the only time we should like condone that. But like, if you guys want to kiss,
It sounds
yeah,
like they might want to kiss.
exactly. So like, if they want to kiss and they want to, resolve the gang wars and shootouts by that, I mean, I'd prefer that over bullets flying past my head any day.
True, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody from the audience? Anything? Any other questions that we can help address towards those listening in? We get some noise from those listening in. Let's hear from those listening in. Anything?
All right, guys. Listen. Tootie is still trying to find a battery. Wu Chang's so big she can't find any junk drawers with batteries in it. But um, I
Check VOC. Shop at VOC. Approved by me.
oh yeah, this we could use this for ad space currently.
Hey, sorry about that, everyone. I am back on the air. I had a little mishap, fell over some spilled dairy because big milk corporations are, in fact, taking over today's economy and destroying the lives of the children in the city by locking them in the basement of Hayes, This is also
True.
sponsored by the VLC. Sponsored by the VLC for all your gem ring and relic needs. Come to the VLC. Just do it. Anyways, where were we? So we were talking about gang violence. I'm sure Janelle got her word out with the love and the hugging and the kissing and the sex. I'm sure you
The
guys already heard
kissing
about
and.
Tobias. So Tobias, what you feel about the kiss? Sorry, I missed a part of
Oh
the
yeah, no,
radiation
I
there.
already answered it as well. And we tried to take some calls. I don't know if maybe anybody was calling into you to ask any questions.
Basically just a twatter here. You know, we got a twat. Let's see, who is this from? It looks from Mr. Sam Farrington. What does a deputy mayor do? That's honestly a very good question, Mr. Sam, and thank you so much for reaching out to us here. We have no fucking idea. There's your answer. I hope you enjoy that answer. You know, we'll have more information tomorrow. Hopefully, you know, once we have the announcement going on. Nobody fucking knows. Where everyone's assuming, and this is just word on the street, right? That deputy mayor is just a punching bag for everyone in the city. Yeah, because everyone needs to complain to someone, right? Honestly, right? Am I right? Oh, crowd, am I right? Crowd, am I right? Everyone needs to complain to everyone. Yeah. Right. So, but for right now, we have no fucking idea. And you know, we'll have more information tomorrow, and maybe, just maybe, we'll have more talk shows. You know, later on, we'll have more information then. But for now, no fucking idea. Let's move on to the next topic here. Talking about violence. Tobias, I heard that you put out an assassination hit on Janelle. What's going on there, buddy?
I don't know anything about that.
We were at the radio store earlier, and a bunch of shooting. You know, people were just shooting. You know, at it around Janelle. You know, she did say she had a phone. Janelle, you have any more information for us?
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was Tobias. We did have a phone call where he said it would be ashamed if I was to not make it to the election.
Oh
I
my
just
goodness.
and then we got shot at right after that. So I didn't know if it like we could put two and two together. Tobias, do you want to clarify that?
I mean, I was just saying, that I hope you, do well in the campaign. And it'd be
Right.
sad if you couldn't do the campaign. I know how much it means to you, but not any kind of threat or anything like that.
Very ominous. Very ominous.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. You have anything to say about that, Janelle? You wish him, good luck with his campaign too. You know, squash some beef right now. Maybe you guys can, I don't know, hug and kiss and sex right now, just like you said about the whole gang violence thing.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone liked that one.
All right.
That's you take a few steps back that way
Okay.
from
Oh,
me,
I'm sorry. I
Tobias,
forgot, Janelle. You are engaged to Andreas.
I
My
am
bad. I forgot he's
and
I
pregnant. My
is with
bad, guys. My
child.
bad.
I am not
With child.
engaged, nor nor am I with child.
You,
Tobias.
Andreas is with child. That's been confirmed already.
Okay. I didn't know that, so that's news to me as well. He didn't tell me that.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Finding out live
Children.
on radio.
Congratulations.
I'll have to talk to him about that. But listen, Tobias, you're a very handsome guy, but you're just not my type, all right? So I need you to understand. Like, please don't tell me to take a few steps back.
I'm sure there's lots of listeners probably wondering what is Janelle's type.
Okay,
Maybe
we're
you could
not going into this on the
answer
radio.
that.
We're not doing this on the radio, Tobias. This should be about political campaign, all right?
I think the listeners want to know. Let's see if maybe they can confirm on Twitter.
The crowd certainly wants to know. No, we'll,
Okay.
we'll we'll keep this civil. We'll move on to the next conversation here. I appreciate you responding, Janelle. You know, hopefully you guys can squash the beef in the future, whatever the fuck it is. I don't fucking know what the hell's going on here. Anyways, moving on to the next topic. EMS. EMS, right? Yeah, every time I go to the hospital, good fucking lord, they always yell at me, no self transporting, no fucking self transport. Fucking call EMS, self and then they bring us there. They're right. They bring us to the hospital, and there's no fucking doctors. I swear to God, I've seen one doctor in the last 2 months. What are you guys gonna do about helping out the EMS and the doctors, and maybe give them more budget? What do you guys think? We'll start with Tobias this time.
I mean, definitely looking at the budget. I don't know how exactly they're structured over there, because I know, EMS has a pretty hefty budget, but I don't know if that translates to doctors. And during the incidents yesterday around the city with the aliens, there was not much doctors or EMS out there to help people. So definitely boosting some funding that way, I think, would go a long way.
Okay, so providing more funding. Is there anything else you think that might be able to help out with EMS, or just more funding in general?
More funding, maybe. I know they've been trying to hire, maybe seeing what ways the mayor's office could assist with that and help promote like hiring more doctors, more EMS. But there's got to be people that want those jobs too, which might be an issue.
Okay, okay. That's understandable. More people getting them interested somehow, seeing what else we can do. Janelle, you got any input on this, or anything along the same lines here, huh?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty much like kind of the same with them on that, but the whole self-transport thing, I I had a bit of a different outlook on that. Um, you know, hey, listen, okay, guys, calm down. You didn't let me get it out yet, okay? Every single time I've been told not to self-transport, and I wait for EMS to come get me, or like someone calls for me, they always tell us to self-transport. And when I self transport and I don't need them, they're always there right there at the door saying, "Don't self transport, don't self transport." It's kind of confusing. So I think that we should have EMS be a little more specific on when they want us to transport, not self transport. You know,
Janelle, you dogging out on EMS. Damn, Janelle, you got really hot takes here, don't you? Damn,
just a
EMS are
little
very
bit.
important in this city. And,
They are.
as this person, I do see a twat out here. Let's see, Samantha Mitchell. As they say, EMS and doctors are two different entities. EMS help with the transportation. Doctors are the ones sitting at the hospital. But again, I haven't seen a lot of doctors recently. Not sure what happened to them, but hopefully we'll be able to get some in the future, right? Hopefully. What do you think about this, Mike? What do you think can help in the city?
So as Samantha very clearly pointed out, the EMS and doctors are two distinct different departments. With regard to the EMS and high command and EMS command and that with self-transporting, it's important to realize that obviously the numbers of EMS on duty fluctuate from time to time, as well as the number of situations that they're involved in. Sometimes they'll be sitting at the hospital for hours on end with absolutely nobody calling them, and then it's discouraging to see self-transporting people come in when they're just sitting there kind of waiting to do their job and they don't have the opportunity. At other times, right, there's only one or two EMS on duty. There's floods of calls coming in, and they're not able to get to everybody. And in those instances, they tell people to self-transport. So the best bet with regard to that is obviously 911. Give EMS an opportunity to respond if they are so able. But please be compassionate and understanding with them if there's too much going on to the point where they're not able to respond and they do in fact ask you to self-transport. Uh, flipping back, Flipping over to the doctor side, it is definitely noticeable that there haven't been a lot of doctors in the city. That's really been due to a lack of not only stuff for doctors to do, but I'll be completely honest, a lot of people that go into the hospital, when they hear that doctors are on duty, they almost get disappointed that they don't just get to see Nancy and run out, that they actually need to have a little bit of time spent with the doctor and get their injuries looked at. We can all do a better job of treating the doctors better, realizing the purpose that they're there for, and giving them the little bit of time of day that while we are with them, not just trying to rush out of there as quickly as we possibly can. That'll definitely encourage more of them to come on duty. In addition to that, we do have a new board of directors of the hospital. That's one Dr. Eleanor Kane. She's been doing a lot in bringing more opportunities to the doctor side. There are now prescription medications available that you can seek out from a doctor. A doctor can write you a prescription for various medications in the city. So I do encourage everyone to do your best to get a doctor appointment scheduled. Make sure your health is checked up, and see if any of those particular medications might be right for you, and increase the level of interaction we have with the doctors that way. That way, we can hire more of them, and more of them are encouraged to be on duty and do what they do best.
Okay, well, that's very
I
insightful of
like
you,
to
Mike.
I like to chime in. I'm like to chime in on that. I think everybody. I think it should be mandatory that everybody in this city gets checked because we don't know what's around the city.
That's also very insightful. But yes,
I
everyone's
agree. I
back together
agree.
for that
I
one. Oh my
agree.
gosh. Oh, talking about that, I'm not sure if this is, just rumor or not, but I hear there's some STDs, floating around TV. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Apparently this stemmed from Eric Myers. He was tested for an STD a long time ago, and from what I understand, it's floating around the PD. So everyone just be careful out there. You get
I'm
pulled
gonna
over,
have to
you never
refute
know.
that. Eric Myers doesn't get any, so I don't know how it could be spreading.
Oh my goodness. Oh, all right. Well, insightful. And then, there was that. Okay. Moving on to the next conversation here. Um, what the fuck is going on, guys? Why are you guys all running in pairs here? Wait, Marion Poppins and Mike Blunt, Ace, you smell like pee, and Janelle. Tobias is running alone. He's all for himself, and to each their own. But like, why are you guys running in pairs? What's going on here? I know there's two deputy mayor positions, but you guys don't like both get guaranteed if one votes for the other.
And
We'll start with Janelle here. What's going on?
listen, I said this from the beginning, and it's not been very long. I'm saying this like it's been going on for a while, but we've only known this for a couple days. Um, listen, I'd say it's campaigning together, not really running together. We're not 100% going to be selected as running mates, but Ace did stand me up today and let me do this radio show alone. So from this point forward, I will be alone on my campaign journey until he decides to. Okay, stop booing me, assholes. All right, listen, you guys have booed me all day long, and I'm the best candidate here. All right,
You're really not winning over the crowd's appreciation here, are you, Janelle?
the crowd's fake. It's just fake crowd, fake crowd.
What you calling Los Santos citizens fake? Is that what you're saying?
I would never. The studio audience is that are fake ones, not the crowd that's out in the city. You know.
That's crazy, Janelle. That's crazy. Okay. What do you think of this, Tobias? What do you think of people running together? Why do people do this?
Um, I'm sure exactly, their individual reasons for doing it. I could definitely see the, idea of a strong team helping promote each other. Maybe they're just people that, work well together and want to help each other, and they hope that they can, get put through together, and they know they've got a good working relationship. For me, I just, it's one person's name in the vote, and that's the way I kind of ran with it.
Okay, you're solo dolo, and hey, we appreciate that, Tobias. I'm not. What, what's going on, Mike? Why are you running with Mary? Are you guys like, if you vote for Mary, you gotta vote for me, or else, or like, what's going on here?
No, not at all. At the end of the day, like similar to what Janelle and Ace were doing, we are campaigning together. Ultimately, we are running independently, but Mary and I have been working together on many different things for well over a year now. We have a very good working relationship. The one thing that's really positive about the two of us is our availability. Between Mary and myself, one of us is in the city literally 24/7. I am around from the beginning to mid EU all the way through the end of NA. She's around from the end of NA all the way to the beginning of EU. We're around together in the city between 2 and 6 hours every day. One of the two of us is around literally at all times. So with that working relationship, the way we kind of hand things off to each other and have on several different things in the past, we think we're going to be able to work well together and continue this forward. At the end of the day, if you're only interested in voting for one or the other of us, we both support each other fully, and we'll support each other continuously, even if only one of us gets the position.
Okay, so it's like a wheel. It's right.
Absolutely.
Wheels do in fact turn. That's what I've heard
Yeah, no,
on the
they
street.
do. Yeah.
Wheels do in fact turn. Anyways, on to the next topic here. Big Milk. What the fuck are you guys gonna do about this? And are you gonna be working under Big Milk? Yeah, it's very shocking. We'll start here with Tobias. What are you gonna do about this Big Milk Corporation, huh?
I'm going to shut it down.
Down how?
Yeah, that's my first campaign promise. It's gone.
Tobias is really winning over the crowd. How are you gonna shut down Big Milk? How are you gonna do it?
I'm just gonna go and say, hey, shut this down right now.
Yeah. Wow. Very, very assertive here. Very assertive. And
Yeah,
for
that's the way
anyone,
you got to be with them, you know.
yeah, okay, okay. And for anyone, chiming in, and maybe they weren't here from the beginning. Again, feel free to twat out any questions that you have, or feel free to twat out that you want to call in, and then we'll call you, we'll dial you in here, and then you can talk with the deputy mayors live. By the way, live, okay? Again, only questions, no statements. We only have questions here. But to give a little background here, big milk corporations are in fact taking over today's economy. Calcium does not exist. Thank you. Yeah, I know it's horrible. Calcium does not exist, everyone, okay? You ever seen one single calcium? The answer is no. Okay, calcium, quote unquote calcium, they're actually nanobots and microchips that they put in quote unquote milk, okay? Dairy is fine. Everyone can drink dairy. Nothing wrong with that. But milk, fucking horrible. And if you drink milk, your mind's controlled. Your hair turns green. It just all collapses from there. So stop drinking milk. It's bad for you. Okay. Um. Okay. What do you think about this, Mike? What do you think about Big Milk? What are you gonna do to stop it, huh? Tobias had a very solid answer here. He was he really nailed it down. He just wants them to stop. What do you think, Mike?
Well, rather than by executive order and shutting down where we might not necessarily have the authority to, as you know, I am one of the highest ranking detectives within the street crimes unit. As you know, Tootie, there is an open investigation into Big Milk, and unfortunately, I can't really comment on that much further, other than active steps are being taken to actually shut them down.
Eh, Okay, okay. So you're just trying to go on the inside out, inside out. Is that what I'm hearing?
Methods and practices are not going to be discussed for the integrity of the investigation.
Oh, okay, okay. That makes sense. You don't wanna discuss too much because then Big Milk will go in on the inside and destroy the PD as well as the mayoral candidacy. You really don't want that to happen, especially right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. I know it's fucking horrible. Fucking Big Milk corporations, absolutely horrible. I hear they run Burger Shot too. You have any input about that, Janelle?
Listen, when I was running Burger, most of my employees know this, and past employees. I don't know about the new employees, but we actually went and milked the cows ourselves, so there wasn't no big milk involved. Um, and that's why I took a lot of the milk out of a lot of our food choices that way, so people could have a healthier life. I didn't want people's hairs turning green and all that fun stuff.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, that's good news. You're against Big Milk too. Did they ever try to contact you within Burger Shot by chance?
God, yes. Whenever the meat factory opened, the big the that place is crazy in its own story. But they also tried to sell me on Big Milk, and I turned them away and said, "Get that stuff out of my store. Get out of here.
Hey,
Thank you, and get out."
okay. Hey, that's a good response. Yeah, everyone, give a round of applause for that one. My goodness.
Thank you.
Good for you for standing up for the little guy. Big milk corporations, they're really destroying, our economy these days. You see gas prices recently? Fucking gas
Ex-
prices have been ridiculous, honestly. What do you guys think?
yeah, so much for those campaign promises from all those gas station employees.
Yeah, yeah, I haven't seen
I,
a.
I will say so much for those promises from everyone except for Autos and Mary and the $9 gas that is regularly running, not only on Tuesdays, which is run every Tuesday since the gas station election has taken place, but also randomly on various days and essentially every weekend. Autos regularly running $9 gas, which is the price she pays it for. That's $0 profit.
Damn, okay, so Mary Poppins is making zero profit from her gas station right now.
When she's running at $9 per her campaign promises, when she was running for the gas station, yes, she did follow through on that promise. Absolutely.
Wow, that's a big W for people shopping at that auto gas station. But a big L for Mary for not making any money from it. Oh, hey,
Crazy to be
Mary,
in.
she's not here to defend herself. However, if it were me, running a business, you gotta make money somehow. Like, doesn't sound like very sound
It
business
is
plans there,
a
Mike.
pretty crazy concept for individuals to get in position simply to help and do good for the city rather than just to make money for themselves. It is a pretty wild concept indeed.
Okay, now that you put it that way, my mind is changing. It's like charity work at that point, right?
If anybody that knows Mary can probably attest that what she does and everything that she does is for the betterment of the city as much as possible and not for self gain.
Okay, that's a good state of mind as well. If you're looking out for the city, you fuck yourself. Anyways, moving on to the next section here. Is this election, is this rigged? Does anyone know, is this rigged? Uh, Tobias, is
I
this
sure
rigged?
hope not.
I don't think it is, but you never know with the mayor. You never know.
What? Oh, H Dog, you think this is rigged?
From the
Think,
start,
oh, who do
it's
you
been
think is gonna win? Who do you think is gonna win, H Dog?
dog.
So you're saying the election's rigged for you to win?
Yes,
H Dog, what
the
sort of
city
change
loves me.
are you gonna make in this city?
The changes I'm gonna make, motherfucker, I'm gonna make sure everybody gets free food around this bitch. Everybody's hungry out here. Everybody's starving.
Free
Motherfucker,
food?
yeah, free food.
Oh, that's
Everybody
pretty
gets
good.
like a, like a, like a one of those EPT cards,
Like food vouchers.
food vouchers, and then the PD, it's just like, you know, we gotta do something on the
Shut them
PD, man.
down? You're just gonna shut
No,
them down?
I don't know about shut down, but I think we gotta put, a little hammer on them, lay the law down on them just a little bit, you know what I mean? And
Arrest them?
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I mean, they gotta, you know, I guess they gotta see the other side as well. 'Cause I think they're too tunnel visioned on their side of the end.
Okay, so free food, arrest the police officers. What else?
Less taxes,
Taxes. Now,
less
now
taxes,
that's a big topic here. Fucking
less
taxes.
taxes.
Me being one of the owners of the
Thanks, guys.
VLC,
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
calm down, everyone. I know taxes. You got fucking crazy. Big one of the owners of the VLC. Every time I pay employees, I feel so bad. These taxes are fucking horrible on their paychecks. I can't imagine how it is with Burger Shot, with Hayes, with Autos, with Harmony. Oh my God, it's gotta be horrible.
I think we should cut down on taxes at least 2 to 3%.
Not sure. See, here's the thing, right? With deputy mayor, again, we don't know the details of what exactly can be done, but I'm not sure if they can reduce taxes. If tax reduction is not an option, what are you gonna
Trust
give
me,
like?
trust me. I'll make sure it happens. Trust me, I'll make sure it
Oh
happens,
my
buddy.
gosh, H Dog laying down the law. My lord. Oh, what do you guys think, Janelle? What do you think of the tax situation?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty sad when you get paid, such little money from your jobs, and then you look and see that the state took even more of that you earned, your cold hard cash that was earned by your little hands. Um, it's just sad to see. I feel like even if we can't do it ourselves, I feel like we could push the mayor in the right direction by opening his little heart. Maybe some Christmas joy or something to lower the taxes down, like little peepo shy, please lower taxes.
Maybe give him a little kiss.
No, 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 no. I'm taken. But you know, yeah.
Okay, okay, that's not a bad idea. Butter them up for some lower taxes. I feel it. What do you think about that, Tobias?
I mean, I'll be kind of the realistic one that I don't think that's something the deputy mayor is going to really be able to change. But what they will be able to change is what's happening with that tax money that's taken. Right now, it's just going to some state account that's probably at $50 trillion, and it just sits there. And as deputy mayor, one thing that's high on my priority list is cycling some of that money back out into the city events, different sponsorships, budgets, everything like that.
Okay, so circling around. Okay, back to the wheels. Uh, big news for everyone. Wheels turn. They go around in a circle. I just learned this. I know it's absolutely shocking. I had no idea. I thought they went like back and forth. Apparently they turn. What do you think about this, Tobias? Wheels turn.
I mean, I've never seen it to be able to confirm it, so no comment really.
Okay, no comment, no comment. Mr. Butts, what do you think about the taxes? What can be done, as well as that wheels turn? What do you think about that?
Wheels do in fact turn. They do in fact go round and round. So we'll knock that one out of the way. With regard to the taxes, I tend to agree with Janelle there that I think we're necessarily going to have the ability to directly change that, right? Obviously, that's something that falls under the purview of the mayor. But as deputy mayor, we will have the mayor's ear, right? We'll have the opportunity to not only just talk to him about it and plead with him or people shy, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to the numbers, right? We need to run the data, get as much information as we can with regard to what's coming into the state account, what's going out. Make sure that we can justify, based on the numbers, a lowering in taxes, and to the extent possible that we can justify and show that the state account will still be bringing in significantly more than it will be putting out. That we could potentially try to use a logic and reason-based approach to see if there's anything we could potentially do to lower the taxes, if at all possible. As Tobias said, though, ultimately it's going to come down to tomorrow, seeing what we have the capability of doing. I do doubt we'll have the capability to directly do that, as I said, but at the end of the day, we have the mayor's ear to the extent that it is possible to convince him to make a change to that. I'll do everything in my power to justify that based on reason and logic and numbers.
Ring, ring, ring. Oh, it sounds like we got a caller. Go ahead, caller one.
Hello?
I can hear you, caller one. Go ahead.
Hello, this is JB here, Jay Brockovich.
Calm down, everyone. Go ahead, Jay.
I would like to put in some words for Miss Janelle. Janelle is a woman for the people of Los Santos.
Jay, I'm going to interrupt. This is for questions. This line is for, okay, calm down, everyone. Calm down. I know you love Janelle. This is for questions. Questions, Jay. Do you have any
Question.
questions specifically for Janelle?
Yes. As deputy mayor, what would be your first order of business?
Okay, I would say depending on how tomorrow goes and like what our actual duties of the office would be, I would say day one would probably be just like thanking all my constituents, everyone who voted for me, kind of like maybe like a after party type thing at the city hall. Get some music up in there, from artists like Rissa Berry, she's my favorite. Um, and just kind of vibe out and thank everybody for voting for me. I've kind of already got this whole yeah,
Jay,
thank you.
calm down, calm down. Okay. See, you're really reaching out to the people here. You have any other questions, Jay?
Yes. Would you stand for the common man and woman of Los Santos, unlike certain other candidates like Tobias and Mike?
What
Of course,
the
of
hell?
course. Listen, I started at the bottom. I know what it's like to do hard work. I started out as a temporary worker at the burger shop, driving my little bison back and forth every day to my tier 1 apartment. I know what it's like to be common folk, and I still consider myself common. So yeah, I would definitely always support those individuals.
Okay. Reaching out to the little guy. I understand. Okay. You got any other questions? Maybe for the other candidates, Mr.
No,
J?
no further questions for any of the candidates. Just remember, vote Janelle. Goodbye.
Thank you,
Okay,
thank
look.
you.
Thank you so much. Oh, sounds like the line has ended. Thank you so much, Jay, for reaching out. We appreciate you. Again, anyone else with questions, feel free to reach out either on Twitter or feel free to text me. We'll dial you in, and you can, speak with the candidates yourself as well, or and make sure they're questions, no statements. I know you guys really support these candidates, and nothing wrong with making a couple statements here or there, but focus on the questions. But otherwise, let's move it on to the next subject here. So there's an epidemic, an absolute epidemic of homeless people. You see them running around. They got holes in their shirts, no eyebrows. Epidemic of homeless people. They just rob people and I know it's horrible. Well, okay, we can't dog on the homeless too much. I mean, some of them aren't too bad. Come on, crowd. Come on, give an applause to the good homeless people. Come on, let's hear it. Okay, crowd. Come on. You're really fun. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Apparently, the crowd's just not a huge fan of the homeless, and that's okay. Okay, calm down. Calm down. Jesus Christ. All right. What do you guys think of the homeless population? What can we do to help out in the city? What do you think can be done? We'll start with Mike this time. Go ahead, Mike.
All right. Well, I've been working closely with one senior officer, Jackson Steele, within the DTF, that would be the Danny Task Force. And what we've been doing is patrolling, particularly the Tier 1 apartments, looking out for these individuals that you're talking about, and teaching them some of the basics. You know, at least taking them to the barber, paying for their treatment to get some eyebrows drawn on their face, taking them to the clothing store, making sure we get some new, fresh clothes for them, show them how to take a shower and whatnot. And, you know, just be a little bit more decent, basic human being, and less of a nuisance to the city as much as possible. We're about 20% successful, as you know, they've got pretty much
David, I got you
the highest success
25%
rate
off
we could ask.
coupon from a mystery box.
I'm sorry, go ahead. We had a caller there, Miss Tootie.
Oh, is a call? Ring, ring. We have a caller on line one. Go ahead, caller. Oh, I guess it was just a ghost caller. Maybe they just
I
decided to
think they
call
got
in.
cold feet.
Yeah, I guess they got cold feet and took the call. That's okay, caller. Listen, if you find that you do wanna, have a couple questions you wanna ask the candidates, feel free to twat it out. We'll dial you in. Go ahead, Mike. Go
So
ahead.
what I do is, in the expanded role as mayor, is potentially look at providing some funding to the DTF, opening that up to some civilians that are interested in helping out the cause as well, donating some time to helping the less fortunate, and see if we can't help get them a little bit better started on their journey within the city, and you know, positive members of society.
Okay, okay. So some reach out programs, some giving some money to the homeless to help them, get some eyebrows on their face, tattoo some fucking birds on those fucking eyes. I know it's good, it's good. The crowd seems to like it, Mike. That's a good
We
idea.
do
What do you?
support a no eyebrows, no service policy.
Hey, that's not a bad idea either. No eyebrows, no service. Yeah, makes sense. Isn't Don't you think that's a little bit what if they have like their eyebrows burned off? Maybe it's a fashion choice. I don't know. No eyebrows, no service seems a little much for some people. You never know what they're going through.
Whatever it is they're
Everyone
going
with no
through,
eyebrows or
I want
just
to
like
through their problems to get them to the point where they have confidence in having, whether they be real eyebrows or fake eyebrows, some sort of eyebrows on their face.
so Mike Blunt is against people who don't have eyebrows. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, well, you heard it here, folks. If you have
If you
eyebrows, you
have
might not want to
eyebrows,
vote for
if you
Mike
don't
Blunt.
have eyebrows, feel free to not vote for us. That's fine.
Goodness. Okay, he's really not going for the votes for the no eyebrow club here. I mean, teach their own. Listen, they're people at the end of the day, but I guess eyebrows really. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. Listen, eyebrows really are. They're a statement piece to everyone's face, and hey, I guess he really wants those eyebrows. We'll move on from this. Go ahead, Janelle. What do you think about the homeless people?
I just want to say, like, the first issue that I kind of completely disagree with Mike on. I believe that those individuals in particular are some of the most um, um, generous people there are. I used to own Burger Shot. I used to be in charge of hiring, and our number one thing was if they didn't have eyebrows, offer them a job. Um, they usually come in, they spend about $5,000 at Burger Shot their opening day. So they made a lot of money. They bring a lot of money into our economy, and then they just tend to go and hide wherever they go. So I would say if you don't have eyebrows, I would secure your vote. I am for you guys. I would get you guys jobs. Make sure you guys are hired at places and businesses. And we used to also do the whole take you in, get your eyebrows put on, get you some haircuts and clothes change and whatnot. But you guys are beautiful the way you are, so you don't have to change, all right?
Damn, Janelle, you're really involving the entire community with your voting, huh? You really want everyone to be involved. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, hey, Janelle, the crowd seems to be warming up to you a little bit. Okay. Um, well, I mean, now's the question. Now's the time for the candidates to kind of talk to each other here. Do you guys have any questions for each other? Anything you want to touch up on? Anything like that?
All made a base decision to separate our campaign. Good job.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you
Go
so
ahead.
much, Mike. I do just want to go ahead and talk to Tobias here. Tobias, you have on numerous occasions threatened my employment with Cerberus because I'm a running mate.
My
I did no
goodness.
such thing.
I just want to give, like, on the air here in front of all these people that if my job as Cerberus is safe throughout the remainder of this election.
Your job is 100% safe.
Thank you so
You
much,
guys
Tobias.
heard it
Glad
here
we cleared
live.
that
You
up.
guys heard it here. Tobias
Yep.
confirms. You guys confirmed that Janelle will stay as a Cerberus employee. That means if she does anything, I mean, even if it's like illegal or bad for Cerberus, does that mean that she can keep her job during the mayoral candidacy?
I mean, well, she still has to follow the policies of Cerberus, but getting fired for campaigning, even if she throws me under the bus and starts, crap talking me or whatever, that won't affect her job.
Never do that, boss. You're the greatest boss there is. Besides Tootie, sorry.
A little bit of love, a little bit of love. I feel it. A little bit of love in there tonight with all the candidates, Mike included, not just Janelle and Tobias here. Uh, Mike, do you have any questions for either of the two candidates here?
No. At the end of the day, I want everyone to vote for who they think is going to do best in the job, and I frankly feel that of the folks here and of those that I've heard running, there's a very solid candidate pool. I think a lot of them will do very good in the position if given the position. And yeah, I encourage you to keep listening out, hearing different perspectives, and voting your conscience.
Very nice, very nice. And again, just to clarify for everyone here, we don't have all the details for the mayoral candidacy yet. All that information will be provided tomorrow. There's going to be another announcement. We'll be able to see exactly what the mayoral, what deputy mayor is, what the fuck they do, and who's going to be running here. But in the meantime, shout out to Cash Money who sent out a twat. Big shout out to him. He said he's voting for anyone who believes in police reform. And honestly, Cash, just let you know, it does sound like all three of these candidates, at least, there are other candidates. We got Mary Poppins, who's not here, AC Smell Like Pea, who's not here. We got Sean Danielson, who's not here, Lucifer Morningstar, Evelyn Pace. We got a couple people here who aren't here, who are applying for mayoral candidates or whatever, and they aren't able to speak for themselves. But we have Janelle here, and Janelle Caldwell. We got Tobias Harrison and Mike Butts, and they all believe in police reform. They all believe in police reform. Can you believe that? Even the cop, Mike Butts, he believes in police reform too. Yeah, and everything can be improved and changed in time. Again, we don't know if that is even possible, considering we don't even know what deputy mayor does yet. But that kind of wraps it up for now. If you guys do have any other questions, feel free to reach out to the deputy mayors. They will be on Twitter as well as Yellow Pages. We will be having more talk shows in the future with more deputy mayors. Hopefully, more in the future. Some of them flaked. Some of them flaked, so they weren't here available for comment. Unfortunately, we knew weren't going to be here, like Mary, who did say she was not going to be available. So hopefully, we'll have more in the future. I do want to take this time to thank everyone for being here. I wish us all the best and good luck in the future. I do also want to take this time to go ahead and announce myself as a running candidate for deputy mayor. Maybelle Tootie, deputy mayor. Right? Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to keep this fair. I'm going to keep this fair. It is my talk show. However, we're giving a platform for everyone to speak about their candidacy on this talk show. So we're going to keep it open for everyone, okay? Again, remember to speak with the judge. Okay, you don't have to laugh at me. Come on. You don't have to fucking laugh at me. What, you got a fucking problem with me, crowd? You got a fucking problem with me? Wait. Stop it. Stop fucking laughing at me. Anyways, hey, pipe it down back there. Hey, yeah, there you go. Now feel bad for yourself. Fucking grab it. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Anyways, we're gonna keep this line open for anyone that's interested in being a candidate for deputy mayor. Make sure you reach out to a judge by the end of the day today, or you will not be considered for deputy mayor. And make sure to make a campaign for yourself. Really speak out about what you want changed in the city. A lot can be fucking changed. That's for goddamn sure. This talk show again is sponsored by the VLC. Come to the VLC for all your gem, ring, and relic needs. And special thanks to Wu Chang for allowing us to use their building. Applause for for Wu Chang. Remember, again, keep an eye out for the announcement tomorrow, which discloses, more information about Deputy Mayor and hopefully sets expectations to come. Um, Otherwise, I thank you all for chiming in. Thank you all for your questions. Thank you all for reaching out on Twitter. Feel free to ask questions. We're planning on having another talk show. It's going to be AU Saturday night AU, so that more people will be available. Otherwise, again, I thank you so much for everyone joining us today. Thank you, H Dog, for your commentary. We appreciate you. You guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. Kitty out.